Hey everybody, it's your old pal Steve Moore here, owner of RUNMOORE, this spectacular brick and mortar running shop located in Westminster, Maryland. Got a big new shoe today. It is the Hoka Tecton X3. Let's get into some of the nitty-gritty specs on the new Tecton X3. This is a performance trail shoe. It is a carbon-plated trail shoe. On the men's side, it weighs 10 ounces, and on the women's side, it weighs 7.9 ounces. This has a 5mm drop. On the men's, it is a 40mm down to a 35, and on the women's, it's a 39 down to a 34. So, high cushion, carbon-plated trail shoe. This also features one of my favorite uppers. This is a Matyrx upper to it, so it's nice, it's breathable, it's super durable, it's super performancy and light, and it also is a full PEBA midsole, so this is a much more bouncy, much more responsive, and also nice and light midsole material. So just to kind of put it into side by side, this guy on the men's weighing 10 ounces, pretty darn good. And just so by comparison, we were trying to compare it to another fun, bouncy, fast, awesome trail shoe from Hoka, the Mafate Speed 4. So you're kind of looking at these two guys. This weighs more, 10.4 ounces, 10 ounces. Kind of hard to believe when you're looking at the difference between the two, but that's the reality of what we're living in. So, expensive shoe, not gonna lie, it's a $270 shoe, but I will tell you, like, if you're looking for something like this, it's really nice. It's really nice. One of the reasons why it's called the Tecton is we're trying to think of like tectonic plates. So this is version 3 and they've all had sort of different levels of dual carbon plates. This has almost like a winged two pieces on the side. You can sort of see the plate here. You can see the plate here. It's giving a little bit of lateral stability. It's giving just some of the nice effects of a plate of giving you something to push off of. And with this nice sort of wide base, the PEBA midsole, and even the Vibram outsole that they're using here, you're getting bounce, you're getting stability, you're getting tremendous traction. Also with this shoe, you're getting a little gator trap built into it. I will say at first, I was a little dubious on the gator trap look booty thing here because I've seen, especially on road shoes, I have plenty of road shoes that have sort of like a slip-on feel like this. Some worked well, some have not worked well. So of course there's always that, man, are we gonna take a really nice shoe and make it hard to get on? Are we gonna have people that are already deterred by the shoe because they've been burned by other uppers like that? And I will say even just on a personal level, when I first eyed this thing up, I was like, what socks do I wear with this? Do I go with socks, you know? So I was trying to figure out if I wanted a tall sock, a short sock, and so I've done runs in tall, I've done runs in short. Really didn't make much of a difference to me. It felt kind of fine the whole way across. You know, I slipped it in easy. I will tell you that I had no problems like I do in some, like actually cramming my big fat foot in this. And I will tell you, I've been having some foot issues, and that was like a big concern of mine of like jamming my foot in, and when it kind of goes snaps into place that I was gonna be in just a tremendous amount of pain because of my foot. None of that nonsense. Felt very happy about it. And before we get into some of the fit on this, just a real quick reminder, if you do find this video helpful, exciting, and engaging, do me a solid, like and subscribe. And if you did want to purchase this bad boy, we'll have a link down below. You'll save 10%, which is a pretty good amount on a shoe of this price point, and we'll ship it out to you for free. So, the sizing. That was one thing that kind of worried me a little bit with this booty cup thing here with the gator upper is that going to affect my size? Because I do have some Hoka shoes where I've really had to tinker with it just a bit. You know, if you watched my video on the new Speed Goat, I had some issues with the tongue, and I've had just like any other brand, there's some things that we like and dislike. I actually found that an 11.5 in this shoe, which is my normal Hoka shoe, and I will say just real quick, I would say like the majority of my miles when I'm not reviewing stuff is in Hoka. So I've run a bazillion Hokas, and for the most part, I'm pretty good in an 11.5. I almost felt like this shoe was a pinch long for me in 11.5. The guy I run with is in a similar situation, but he's an 11 in Hokas. The 11 on him was way short. So honestly, I found there was a little bit of just sizing, I don't know, I don't even know how to say it, like inconsistency on this between me and my friend and even some of the staff here. So for me, the 11.5 felt good, almost a pinch long. The problem that caused for me was I almost felt like I had a little too much movement in the heel with it, and I didn't have a whole lot of ways to play with it the way that the gator trap sits on this. So just, you know, you really might have to play to make sure that the sizing is right for you. I wish I could tell you right definitively that you will be X size in it or go up or go down, but I actually don't have great insight on that because I fit differently than other people, and everybody seems to be a little bit different in that foot. So I wish I had better insight on that, but honestly, it's gonna be up to you on how it fits. But 11.5 for me at least gets the job done, where my other buddy had to go up a half size. take that for what it's worth. As far as width goes, that to me was like one of the nicest changes on this. The original Tecton and Tecton 2, I found not only was the cushion level much lower, it almost was much more like a mock wrapped in a trail shoe that had some plates in it. You know, it was lower cushion, ProFly Plus midsole. It was great, but it really hurt my foot. It was just too narrow. None of that pain in this. My foot, my bunions and such, no issues with this. So the width was nice with it. It gave me plenty of space through there. And boy, the performance of it, and that's what the most important part is, the performance was spectacular, really fun. With the additional cushion to this can certainly be a way long, as we know with like Walmsley and some of the other pros that have run this for longer races. I have no issues that I'll be able to put this on and go a long ways in it. And quite frankly, it's $275. It's a lot of shoe. It's a performance trail shoe, but I don't do a whole lot of racing on the trail. And if I do, like, this is way too nice of a shoe for me to only pull out under those certain situations. So while it's not probably meant for it, this is gonna be a pretty good long distance trainer for me. I'm gonna wear this quite frequently. And I will say, like, when I'm not trying a bunch of shoes out there, my go-to shoe on the trail has been the Mafate Speed 4. I friggin' love this shoe. But now feeling how much lighter this is by comparison and the speed of this shoe, I can see me running this a lot more than I do the Mafate. And I've just been a geek about the Mafate for it. It was one of those shoes, like, when I found out they weren't updating this for a while, I was like, awesome, I'm so glad to hear that, because there's nothing I want to change on this shoe, but I can see it being replaced in my rotation with the new Tecton X3, even though it probably isn't designed for that, but it's just too good. It's just too good. And in fact, I had a rep from another brand that was in here this past weekend, and I was like, hey, you want to try this new shoe on? And like, that look of like, damn. That's what it was. It was like, they really nailed that shoe, because there's not a whole lot of negative things you could say about this, except maybe just about the fit and of course the price, but you know, the price is what it is. We've got premium materials. We've made this shoe a premium shoe for racing, for long distance stuff. It's gonna be on a lot of people's feet this fall who are doing any type of ultra marathons. And you know, I'm probably gonna see people on the trail rocking it as a trainer, as I plan to do, because I can't just set this in the corner and hope that I'm going to run a 5K, a 50K or longer later this year and dust it off for that occasion. It's just too freaking nice. So that's my thoughts on the new Tecton X3. Very excited about it. You know, it had a lot of hype around it, and besides just making sure the fit is right, I think all the hype has been has been exceeded. Really, I don't have a whole lot of bad things to say about it. So new Tecton X3. If you want to buy it, link down below. Save 10%. Visit us in Westminster. All that great stuff. Thanks so much for watching our review. Happy safe running, and hopefully we'll see you around town.